Hello everyone and welcome to the SEGAthon run of Nights into Dreams. The original Nights, although running on the PlayStation 3 here. And we had a bit of a bid war, didn't we, Volk?
Yes, that we did. I'm just going to make a check for any last-second donations.
That's smart.
Which there are none, so I can confirm that the Saturn version has won the bid war with $78 compared to the PS2 version's $31. So nearly twice the amount raised. So it definitely wasn't close. There was a clear favorite in this particular race.
Yes, so the PlayStation 3 version does have both that you can play, as well as we will be going through Christmas Nights just because it's very, very short. But either way, Christmas Nights is only available in the PS2 version, so you'll get to see that anyways. But it is really cool to have this version with both versions. The PS2 version never did get released in North America or Europe or anywhere outside of Japan. So we'll get to see a bit of that in the Christmas Nights version, but I much prefer the Saturn version. It just gets to a point where graphically, the PS2 version is too smooth, and it makes it harder to play.
Especially if you use the one version for too long, the smoothness can be almost distracting in some cases.
Yeah, enemies blur into the background. There's a lot of... It just doesn't work as well, in my opinion. So is this the digital download version then? Yes, because, I mean, I don't think there's a physical version of this game. I'm pretty sure. I will say I got into Nights with the Wii version, Journey of Dreams, which I actually definitely find is the better one. I prefer it just because there's more to it, but I can see why people prefer this one. So we are doing Sega Saturn Dreams, correct?
That is correct.
Awesome stuff. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to go back and forth between the characters. Oh, I don't want it to be like that. Just because I like it. It actually looks really good with the widescreen, so I'm going to go widescreen.
Oh, yes.
Cool. So I'll be going back and forth between our two characters, Elliot and Clarice, or Clarice, if you are wrong. There was a physical PS2 version that I do not own. So we'll be going back and forth between the characters. You have your choice, but either way, you have to beat them both to get to the ending there. So we're going to start with Clarice here.
Are you sure it's not Clarence and that's actually a dude?
Oh, it doesn't play their openings. I'm going to have to go back and play them. No, Tanner, don't stretch it. Nope, I will. I forgot it doesn't play their openings in this version, so I'll go to the menu and play their openings.
Radio.
It's a bit weird. It's not 100% like the original, so we'll play Clarice's opening video here. Oh, this is, and I love these pre-rendered graphics. They're so good.
Yeah, they don't seem too bad, honestly.
No, this is early Sega Saturn FMV. It is slightly off.
Alright, let's have a look here.
Things start to go slightly not looking correct.
I don't know. I mean, I have watched the original theme park opening on the PC. That's a little gnarly.
And no, don't adjust your computer. It's supposed to be that ridiculously bright.
It's so saturated, I no longer have a nose.
I know they're meant to be nightmares, but these dudes are actually terrifying.
It is the X Factor. It's a no from me. Get on with it! I have a robot master to build! And you just got the janitor there who's just here because he has to fill in for someone who called in sick. And now they are ghostly apparitions, apparently. How very Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Alright, and that's where it would normally lead into the first level, but just because this game is kind of set up slightly differently, we have to go through the menu instead. But so essentially the story is that in the world of your dreams, you can meet this character called Nights, who lets you get over personal problems and other things. But the problem is Nights is trapped in a cage. So you have to go and, hey, look, I got all my Chaos Emeralds. Oh no, there they go. So then they go and place the Chaos Emeralds in these little Nightmare cages here. They're called Idia, but so you can actually walk around as the human, and like there's a few things you can do, but for the most part what you're meant to do is you're supposed to go up to Knights, and you're supposed to fuse here, literally. And then essentially, if you don't know about this game, it's very arcadey. It's you're going for a high score. So you need to get 20 blue chips to break the cage, and then you can head on. Otherwise, you're just trying to get as many links as you can. So trying to collect things in a sequence here to try and get a high score. So see, you break this, and now if you go back to the start, think of it as like a racetrack. If you go back to the start, you move on to the next track. But if you go around it, you can actually keep going and keep trying to get more and more points. Because if you rush it, you know, pretty much as soon as you get the prerequisite item and go on, you will get a D rank. Because, I mean, unless you're amazing, you're not going to get super amazing scores in your very first lap around the track, right? I will say, I'm not the best at this game. I may get a few A ranks, but don't expect them at all. So your main gameplay gimmick is that making a loop will make a black hole which absorbs everything kind of around the loop. This is used for bosses as well as enemies. You also just run into enemies with your boost meter, which is fun. There's a lot to this game that I also still don't know, but that's fine. I could probably do one quick lap here. If you run out of time, you defuse, and then you lose all your points and have to go back up into the palace and try again. I could do one more lap. I got this. So you don't want to run out of time. You want to try and go as fast as you can with as many laps as you can to try and do really well. And I think this might be an A rank. There we go.
Nicely done.
Yeah, A rank. So, every level has basically 4 different tracks that you get to fly around on, and every time it's the same. You need to get 20 blue chips before you can break the cage, and then you want to do as many laps as you can to try and to get points, because I think you need at least C rank in every stage to get to the true final boss, and if we don't get that, that's fine. I do have a completed save file where I'll hop onto that so we don't have to redo these stages over and over, but I think I can get at least C ranks on everything. I think it should be fine. We'll see. But I do have the backup strat, so that's good. This game also has a really cool thing. Y'all like the Chow in Sonic Adventure? Well, guess what? They come from this game, although in a slightly different way. Basically in the stage, you have little dudes running around, little Nighttopians that I'm stuck. If you shoot enemies into them, they become food for them. If you fly near them and hurt them or suck them up, then they get killed, so you don't want to do that. It's called the A-Life system, which is, it's the prototype A-Life system that we, aw, dang, I went in there when I didn't want to. At least I got a C rank. It's basically the prototype system that made the Chow, so it's very different in this game. It doesn't make a lot of sense if you're just a fan of Sonic Adventure's Chow, but it's interesting. So I just ran into a trick loop, which lets you do tricks. 9 is, I'm pretty sure, the most I've ever gotten. You can do tricks in this game by pressing the L and R buttons. Don't press them together, though, because then Knights just likes to stop and not move. I think it's like a quick stop is what it's meant to be, but it's a little tough to tell how you're supposed to do it. Otherwise, it's score attack is what you're trying to go for. Trying to get the highest score as possible. Go fast. It's fun. It's a Sonic Team game. You know the deal.
Mm-hmm. So it's a bit like the, I guess Sonic Adventure 2 is like perhaps the most apt comparison that I can make, in the sense that you can, in theory, go through very quickly, but to get the higher ranks, you do actually have to go out the way to get the high score. It's not just about going through as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah, for sure. I'm getting hit by these enemies because the enemies in this game, you often forget they're in this game. They attack just not often enough that you forget that they exist. So that's fun. There actually is a trick move you can do called the Sonic, which is hilarious because it looks like you're doing a little spin dash. There is actually a playable version of this where you play as Sonic in Christmas Night, so that's pretty cool. Hey, you got an A rank, nice.
Not bad at all.
So this is the last track of Spring Valley here, and oh, I just gotta say, the soundtrack to this game is phenomenal. Oh, and there are little secrets hidden around too, like if you, paraloop, which is what they call the circle, if you do it in certain areas, you can find secret items, like I got one that gives me a bigger black hole, you can get ones that give you a little Nightopian friend to chill out with. There's a lot of cool stuff. This is one of those games that you will keep finding secrets in until the day you die. I'm pretty sure we still haven't found everything. There's even like systems where it's like, oh yeah, if you fuse Nightopians with the Nightmarins, the enemies in certain ways, you can totally just like create a, you know, like the Chaos Chow, the super impossible to get ultimate Chow. There's like a version of that. I just hatched an egg. There's a version of that for the Nightopians there called the King Nightopian, which if fused can make them make a tower in your level, which like grows every time you play. Like there's like secrets like that that are super tremendously difficult to find, and I love them.
Certainly sounds like one of those games, a bit like Wonder Boy in a sense, where it's one of those games that I still find secret for seemingly every single time that I play it.
Yeah.
Although I imagine maybe with this is a lot more involved, but it's a little bit more subtle. It's not so much gameplay tricks as it is just stuff that sort of goes on in the background or stuff that happens as a consequence to a certain combination of events occurring.
Yeah, like there's the game actually keeps track of every time you play a stage, and we'll call it like your fourth dream and fifth dream. So it's interesting.
All right, just to remind people that this will be the last game before we get into Sonic Mania Plus. We do still have 2 bid wars going. The one that is still ongoing tonight is deciding which version of Dream Dreams Richie will sing. That'll be tomorrow, since I believe he is at work today.
Yes.
But it'll be just he'll come on whenever and he'll be able to fulfill whichever one gets the most moolah put towards it. And then, of course, you've got the Sonic Mania Plus character bid war going on at the moment. There is still about an hour and a half-ish, possibly a little bit more left to go. So if you want to get your favorite character out in Sonic Mania Plus to run alongside Knuckles, you best get your donations in now, because otherwise you'll be too late.
So this boss here, it is actually possible to one-shot this boss. I think there's a trophy in the HD version for doing it if you loop around his entire body. It's very difficult. I've done it once, I got the trophy, and never again. I don't even think it's possible in the PS2 version, because I think he's bigger in the PS2 version. But it's definitely doable in the Saturn version here. And this boss is surprisingly tight on timing for the first boss. Like, you don't have too much time to sort of run around. The bosses in this game range from you will get it in your first try and not sure how you did it, to actually fairly difficult. His name's Gilwing. Paralooping the star on his... Oh, do you just do the star on his tail? Are you serious? Is that just it? Well, that explains that. I think it's the end of the tail you have to paraloop? Well, that explains how I did that. Cool.
Yeah, it makes the achievement a little bit more reasonable when it's said like that.
B rank. Could've got that A, but you know what? I'll take it.
Yeah, B is still very reasonable.
Alright, who's ready for the best score menu music of all time? So it plays the, you know in Sonic Adventure when you go onto the Knight's pinball board?
Vaguely, yes.
That it plays this song here, and it's legitimately, like, just one of my favorite songs ever, and it's just on the, like, score thing. Also, it replays your entire footage that you did, which is cool, and if that was on the Saturn, that's kind of cool to record your every move and then let you watch it. Like, that's dope. I love that.
And obviously, as with most Sega games, you have to have the references to Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and Amy thrown in there.
Of course.
They had it in the back of the box in Phantasy Star Online. They have it here. They're pretty sure they have it in scores in just about every other Sega game imaginable.
Alright, so now we're moving on to the other character here. My favorite member of the Super Best Friends play, Elliot. Just just kidding.
Wait.
I like Johnny more. It's okay though. So we're gonna hop into Splash Garden, his first stage, which we're going to then exit out so that we can watch his opening video because it too is something special. We'll get to see all the FMVs. Oh, they're great. Oh, they're great. They're wonderful. We go to presents. We go to gallery. Or no, not gallery. We go to movie theater. And here we go.
All right, let's see what this ends up being like then.
This boy here, I like how they just ripped the poster to avoid the copyright on whatever basketball player it was. He's a big fan of the b-ball. He can dribble like the best of them.
Or maybe it was actually Shaquille O'Neal, and after the whole thing was Shaq Fu, they're just ashamed to show it.
They just ripped it, yeah.
It's like, you betrayed me, Shaquille O'Neal! For a second there, I thought he was literally playing basketball against himself. But no, it is a uniform.
I love my terrifying friends. No! He did the actual basketball move that you're supposed to do by knocking it out of my hands, but for some reason it has distraught me so much that we're playing basketball as you're meant to play it.
He took the ball from me. That's so unfair. How could he?
He even passed it back. Like, why are you like this? Why are you summoning demons because he played basketball with you and then handed it back? Like, come on, dude.
There's someone better than me at basketball. This will live with me for the rest of my life, and I will suffer from crippling depression for all eternity unless I'm the best at b-ball.
Spar said, excuse me, does this 10-year-old have a 6-foot vertical leap? And have you seen the size of the shoes on this boy? You could launch like straight up like a rocket. Alright, so yes, we're going to the first stage here, Spring Valley. Probably the most iconic stage from Nights. I think this was the one that was in, or Splash Garden. I think this was the one that was in Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing, if I'm correct, but I could be wrong.
I believe so, although I don't know.
I could actually.
It's one of those ones that I'm not exactly certain on. Although I do have the Spring Valley theme on at the moment, and it is indeed very chill.
Oh yeah, this game's soundtrack is outstanding. So I got a little ball here that you need to try and get a. So there'll be a number on it. You want to try and get as many links as on the ball that you can get. It's very difficult. You basically have to memorize the track layout for that, which I have not done. And I'm waiting for people to say, you haven't memorized the track layout? Are you even a fan of Nights into Dreams for the Sega Saturn? To which I say, I discovered Nights because of the Wii version and then later on went to play this version when it got re-released. I did not grow up with Nights. I only knew Nights as a kid through the cameos in the Sonic Adventure games, so that was something that I learned about later but didn't know about at first, so don't get mad at me.
It's very similar in my case as well, because I didn't own a Saturn at all, and I think there was only ever one person that I believe owned a Saturn, but we weren't really on friendly enough terms where we'd, like, go to each other's houses. We're more just friendly acquaintances than anything.
And you are talking about on Earth. There was only one person on Earth who owned a Saturn. That's right.
No. There's only one person on Earth that owns a 32X at this point. I think is actually more accurate. I wager more than a few people own a Saturn, but as far as just my circle of friends go,
I've never seen a Sega Saturn with my own eyes because it's just. I don't think it took off here in Canada at all. I don't even know if it was released here because I've never seen Sega Saturn games on store shelves as a kid. I don't think it was a thing. You know, people may prove me wrong, but it's just, and it's interesting because you hear stories about how, like, oh yeah, Sega was the one winning when they were kids, and I'm like, not for me here. It was always Nintendo. There was almost no Sega. Like, there was not a Sega Genesis kid at my school. It was a kid with both because his parents were rich. No one exclusively had Sega stuff. At least, you know, in my schools and stuff.
I'll maintain what I said in an earlier run during the SEGAthon, where it seems like to me a lot of the European folk ended up with the Sega consoles. A lot of the North American folk usually had a Nintendo of some description.
Yeah, but even I hear about in like America people being like, "Oh yeah, I was a Sega Genesis kid," and I'm like, also by the way, Genesis way better name than the Mega Drive. I will keep that going till I die. But like, no, here I've never heard of anyone having just the one and being like, you know, it was either both or Nintendo.
Alrighty, well, I have to interrupt you just real quick because we do have a $150.20 donation from Flame saying all for Tails.
Oh?
Okay, so all for Tails. Tails is currently at 317. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm getting this right. So I'll use a calculator to double check. I can do it in my head, but I don't want to be that one guy that ends up making a mistake and it ends up biting me in the ass later.
Looks like we might scrape some knuckles and catch some tails. Hey.
Quite possibly. It does, I believe, put Tails ever so slightly over Mighty. So Tails would be now at $467.20, which puts Tails just under $5 above Mighty presently. So Tails is in the lead right now with $467.20. Mighty is in second at $462.69, and Sonic is in third with $440.69. Knuckles in fourth with $187.04, and Ray with $40.
I'm amazed people hate Ray this much when this is the only, like, canon game he'll ever be in again. Like, Mighty could come back. Ray's gone, guys.
Unless someone comes in with just, like, a last-minute just briefcase full of cash, as I said in Crazy Taxi.
Like, hey.
It can happen, though. I mean, we did have a very big boost for Tails by Crazy Even, so, you know. It can happen. I'm just saying it's unlikely. I wouldn't rely on it. Let's just say that.
All right. I'm actually doing a bit better than I did in the test recording. Maybe it's just because I'm getting into the zen zone of nights. Once you start playing a lot of nights, you go into like a quote-unquote dream-like state where you just feel the game, man. It's awesome.
It is night zen.
I will say one thing that I love is Shigeru Miyamoto once said the only game character he regrets he didn't make was Knights, which is outstanding. Because just that idea of what a, like, perfect game character. Shame they don't do anything with him nowadays aside from cameos, but it's like definitely one of those things. Oh, because the reason why he was so excited, because he said, I don't know if this came from, where this came from, but he said, Knights is the only video game character you could meet in real life.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, he exists in your dreams, so it's perfectly reasonable.
It's a little tough at times to tell what track you're on, because, like, the stuff from the other tracks will stay in the background. So you have to go like, am I going to fly over there? So again, there's a bit of memorization with, okay, where am I going? You know, what am I doing here? I super missed that.
Because I imagine the background can trip you up because you think, ooh, will I be going over there in a second? But no, it just turns out that's part of the background of the stage you played previously.
I will say it's even worse if you're playing with the PS2 graphics, because it's really tough to tell. Like, everything is on screen. This has a little bit of draw distance, which actually helps. I know some people would think that's heretical that the draw distance would help you in a game like this. You know, limitations helping. Oh, but no, it actually does, because it shortens the amount of crap on the screen you have to take in.
Yeah, and all anything that isn't relevant just is gone a lot quicker, so you can focus purely on what's coming up in front. And since it doesn't come by until relatively late, you want to make sure there's not much going on so you have time to react.
Yep. So there's even like little sections like this where you get flipped backwards, and it's kind of cool. One cool thing is if you see Knights' like legs transforming like a dolphin tail, Knights can like super transform into a million different things, and that's cool. That's a cool character gimmick. Doesn't get used too much in this game, gets used way too much in the sequel, where Knights will just say, look at me, I've turned into a car, and then you drive around in Knights, and you're like, this is weird.
So it's like an Animorph, but it also applies to appliances.
Yeah, and then the Knights becomes a boat, and it's a bit disturbing. I'm gonna be real. The face gets like pulled back, and
So is it like
seconds.
Lightning McQueen?
No, we got it. Woo! Good, we did it.
Hey, nice. But yeah, hopefully it's not like the animals where if you stay stuck in a form for like 2 hours, you get stuck like that forever.
Yeah. So, we have here the next boss, Puffy, who's the big fat woman, who you grab parts of her body and then push her along the track. Basically, you're trying to push her far enough to pop her at the end of the track here. It's a bit fetishy, not gonna lie, but you know what? Hey, Knights is about awakening to our true selves, so this is, I guess Elliot's just real into this.
He's really into basketball, so he ended up anthropomorphizing it into a woman. He's just like, oh yeah, this is the kind of lady I want to come back to after a hard day of work.
I should also say there is a Knights into Dreams Archie comic, which I really recommend reading because it is one of the weirdest, craziest things. Apparently you missed a donation. You should hop on that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to finish before I read because I don't like interrupting people.
No worries.
Alright, so we do indeed have a donation, so let me just update the current total. And we have a $27 donation saying, Sonic's #1, Sonic's on the run, Sonic's coming next, so watch because Sonic's best. I can only assume that's probably come from Deimos, so thank you very much. I will add that $27 to Sonic's total.
Awesome. We're moving on to the next stage, back to Clarice here. Also, yes, the name for the song when you fight Puffy is, I think it's like, she has long ears. Sure. I mean, I guess. So yeah, we're moving on to the next stage here, which is, if I'm correct, the Mystic Forest, the Possibility.
Oh yeah, it's also worth noting that the donation towards Sonic hasn't actually put him into... Oh no, it has. It's put him into the lead by a whole 49 cents.
Ooh, you can change that. You should change that. I'm not telling you to do something, except I totally am.
We want it to be more interesting and either get a new character in there or rather unorthodox combinations, is what we're trying to say, actually.
Yes. I remember this stage actually being slightly difficult compared to some of the other ones that you do. Most of the stages, they're not hard to complete. They are harder to get the A ranks in. In fact, they're really difficult. But, yeah, so let's see. Hey, I got that. Opened up the party ball. Nice. Pop that. Do we have enough? Nope, still not enough yet. You can, like, cash in your blue chips and then destroy the thing, but there we go. So you want to kind of break it as soon as possible to get the time bonus on it. Try and get that. I think you can boost through the... Ooh, we nearly missed that. I think you can boost through those vines, or at least go down under them. We'll see here. Let's see here. Nope. Wait. Yep, you can go under it to... Nope, never mind. I didn't see where that thing was. Woohoo, that's fine.
You're doing good. Alright, I'm gonna be right back, because I need to refill my drink, and I'm gonna take a leak.
No worries. Thank you for telling me about your bathroom.
That's alright, just to make sure that if I am gone for an extended period of time, and you know exactly where I am, and you don't have to, like, put my face on milk cartons or whatever. He said he just went to the loo, but he hasn't come back for 2 weeks.
Hey man, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Indeed. On that note, BRB.
Okay. So now we're in the part with the cool Sega Saturn fog effects, because hey, gotta get those effects in there. I think what I need to do is I'll get this and then... Ah, that wasn't enough. Darn it. I missed the one. So yeah, you do want to try and get those because those do help, of course, getting your points up. Points are good in video games, especially this one, because you need, like I said, you need to get, I think, C ranks to get to the final boss, which I don't think I'm going to get D ranks, because the only way to really get D ranks is if you do 1 lap, pretty much, and then never go for the bonus points. So yeah, do multiple laps, get the points, do all that stuff. There's a car down there, just chilling. Maybe Clarice just really likes cars, and she's like, man, I dream about cars. Okay, so let's not miss this one this time. Yeah. I think if we go quickly, we can get one more run here. Or not, because I accidentally hit that. Well, we got a C still. I will say, again, I'm not the best at this one, but let's see where I got hit by the enemy there. But there's a lot you can do. I'm mini now, huh? There's a lot you can do to get really good at it. I'm sure there's tutorials online. Yes, there we go. I'm back to normal. Shoutouts to nightsintodreams.com, run by my good friend. Imagine, I think it's how you pronounce it. I've never actually said her name. Or Lynn Triplet. She's actually in the credits for this game. And there was one time, actually I should wait, tell this story when Wolf comes back, never mind. But I'll tell when he comes back. But the Knights community is awesome. They're so full of just really cool people. Really recommend, if you need another good community, it's always open for more people. I'm not going to say I'm super into the community, but I will say, like, it's a community that even when I was briefly looking into it, I felt it was nice, felt at home. Yeah, we won't be able to read the charity donations while I'm playing right now because I am playing, so we'll have to wait here for that.
That is indeed my job, and now that I am back, I can say that we have a couple of donations to read, actually.
What? Crazy.
The first one is a $7.31 donation, saying our power is too mighty to be defeated.
Hey!
Which I assume is a donation towards Mighty.
I think it might be for Ray, actually. I'm joking.
And then we got a $15 donation saying, pretty rule number 1. You must include the word dude in every line that you say.
Awesome, dude!
And obviously there's also pretty rule number 2. Mighty must be allowed to get out the bar and work again. Put this donation towards Mighty, which means that now Mighty, the armadillo, has $485 to his name, putting him nearly $20 above his competition of Sonic and Tails.
Heck yeah, dude, that's awesome!
And we also have our current total, which is now at $3,345, which means you are just $155 away from unlocking Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst, and I'll hopefully be a good few hours of a showcase of PSO where I just talk incessantly about the many thousand hours that I've put into that game.
I wish I was able to get into MMOs because I don't like people. Okay, so these are spike rings that if you don't go through them exactly in the middle, they hit you because they close in on you. So, yeah, you definitely want to make sure you get them in. I missed the cage. Where the heck is it? I think.
Well, while you find the cage, I do actually have another donation, $33 to put towards Sonic, which puts him now at $500, I believe. Exactly? Yeah, 33. So it'll be at $500.69. So they're not making him even, they're just making sure that 69 stays exactly where it is.
We might get to see what happens if you run out of time, because I didn't find the thing, meaning that we're gonna deform. Whoops, well.
Well, it has to happen now and again.
So, essentially what happens is if you fall out of Knights, there's this egg here, this egg timer, that will slowly start chasing you, and if you get hit by it, it's game over. It's not as terrifying, thankfully, as also, yeah, you have triple jumps. Did you know that? Look at this. Look at these characters. Okay, so that's where it is. I didn't find it. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I?
Also, one thing I just noticed, you thought Knuckles had Lego feet. Look at this chick right here. It literally looks like she is wearing just bricks from some guy's house.
Oh, you can break it as Clarice. I've never seen that. Huh.
Oh, that's kind of neat. I also noticed she has the Mario triple jump.
Yes. Well, that's weird. I'm gonna get a D on. I got an E on that one. Woof.
E for excellent.
Well, I thankfully it evens out to a C. It's like that one test you fail in school. You're fine.
No, it's rated E for exercise because he actually had to get out and walk.
Okay, so this boss sucks. Basically, this fish here is in the middle of this tube. What you gotta do is you just gotta keep hitting it by using these fish that he does to kind of like move through it to hit him. It's really tough because he's moving, and sometimes he just doesn't have a fish near him. So, yeah, this fight can be a bit tricky. He will usually gravitate towards being in front of a fish, but sometimes he'll just go and start attacking too, and he kind of vibrates and glows, so then you can't hit him. So that sucks. This boss, I have no idea how you're supposed to do good on because it feels incredibly just RNG based. That sucks, but we'll see here. Let's hit him. I swear I hit him, but the polygons I went through him, so again.
I mean, it seems like an easy fight regardless, even if it's frustrating
no,
at times
remember,
to get the end result.
The time is your big problem. Whenever you get hit, you just lose time. And I beat him. Whew, I must have got some hits on him that I didn't even notice, because that went better than I expected.
So would it be entirely accurate to say that the timer is the boss, not so much as the actual thing that you're quote unquote fighting?
Well, yeah. There's no in no instance of the game can you like die. It's always whenever you get hit by anything, you lose time. So yes, the timer is everything.
Timer is your greatest enemy and the thing that you keep an eye on pretty much constantly.
Yep.
All right, I get it.
All right, so that was Mystic Forest, and we're going to be moving on to the next stage for Elliot.
Where we learn more about his deep love for basketball, I'm sure.
So one thing that is interesting is people have done analysis on, like, what does this dream mean? And you can actually look into, this dream represents how his father hates him and stuff like that, right? Like, they have that. Again, the Knights community is really good with analyzing all that stuff. Surprisingly, this is not the stage that gets turned into the Christmas stage for Christmas Nights. Despite it already looking halfway there, it's not. Man, the music's so good. So yeah. I do also really recommend, if you are a fan of the music here, go listen to the OC Remix album for Knights. It is outstanding and features some of the best renditions of stuff on there. Shoutouts to my boy Digi Valentine for doing a rap version of Jack's theme, which is awesome. It's amazing. Okay, so I was going to tell this story when you came back, but I totally forgot. So I was talking about how close-knit the Knights community is. One time I was at a escape room, and there was a girl there who was wearing a Knights into Dreams shirt. And I said, oh, that's cool. I love Knights. And she said, yeah, it's like my favorite. And I said, you know, I'm actually friends with the owner of nightsintodreams.com. And she says, you know Trippy? And, yeah, Trippy? And I'm like, yeah, no, like we met at Summer of Sonic, and she started freaking out. And she's like, that's how transcendent the Knights community is. Like, through a friend over in Great Britain, we like, you know, had a mutual friend, and it was cool.
That's kind of neat. It seems especially apparent in, I guess, the communities that have, for the games that have kind of died out, and then you kind of have that little bit of a following that just kept on going in spite of the fact there's, like, nothing new to be relatively excited about. Or I guess in, like, PSO terms, the best way to think about it is, when PSO got shut down and they had the private servers basically take over. So you got, like, all the different communities for the private servers, and there's like 3 top ones, and it's a very, very tight-knit community in much the same way, although I haven't quite met anybody from Affinia in real life yet, but who knows? Never say never.
For sure.
But it's always nice when you have situations like that happen, just because it's like one of those sort of, oh, my kindred spirits sort of thing. It's just like we like the same thing, and we gotta know each other through like this website and what have you. It's kind of surreal.
Your mic is kind of getting really fuzzy. Maybe you want to just try plugging it in a little deeper, because it sounds a bit off.
Okay. I will make sure the cable is in a little bit more.
That might also be my headphones, but just check that.
I can rebuild me.
Oh.
I have the technology.
It sounds good now. You're good.
Hey, there we go. It might just be a connection thing, potentially.
How do you guys feel about Knight's music overall? They're my jam. I love them. Especially, like I said, I really love the soundtrack for Knight's Journey of Dreams on the Wii. That game has such a good soundtrack. There's some vocal songs on there, which we will have Richie sing that, kind of reduced me to tears first time I heard them, not gonna lie. Although that's not saying too much. I am a horrible person for just crying at the drop of a hat. But hey, that shows I get into media.
Indeed, indeed. But yeah, I think I'm in agreement with Tom on this one. The Knight's music is incredibly comfy.
For sure. Well, that's. I feel like the whole idea of Knights is that it's a game that you play, like, it is comfy. That's a perfect word for it, because it's like you're in the world of your dreams, man. Like, even it's just a dream. Like, nothing goes super wrong in dreams. I mean, unless you have that like sleep paralysis thing where like you have a dream and then you can't wake up and you're stuck in your body. That sucks, man. Then in that case you have a problem. That should also be the plot of Knights 3 is Knights with a kid with like sleep paralysis. That'd be the craziest cool thing ever. No, I love it. It works so well.
I think the one thing I hate the most about dreams in general is when you wake up from one that seemed really awesome, but you can't remember dick all about it.
Oh, see, no,
like, the moment you try to recall any specifics, it just falls apart instantly.
I've trained myself, so now I definitely remember my dreams. In fact, Volk, if you could, please go to Twitter and type in @TannerLPDream in the search thing there. You need to read off some of the dreams that I have written about on my Twitter, because they are outstanding.
So what is it? TannerLPDreamer, did you say?
No, @TannerLPer, so like my username on Twitter, and then just dream. And I always, whenever I have a really weird dream, I will always write about it on Twitter there, because hey, get those weird likes, which I love. Also, hey, who likes Sonic 2? I don't.
I like Sonic 2.
Well,
Sonic 2 is pretty good.
I don't like the special stages, and that's what we're in basically right now.
Well, I'm typing in TannerLPDream, and nothing's coming up.
Did you put @TannerLPer for my username?
Yes, I did.
Weird.
Don't worry about it too much for now. I mean, if we can get it linked at some point, we can give it a go. But
yes.
For now, I do have a couple of donations to read
perfect.
out. Let me just refresh and make sure like we haven't got any others on top yet. But nope, we've got one here from SGM for $20. Donate this for Mighty because he is our boy. P.S. I need PSO. Okay, that's hardly a surprise. I do know you very well, after all. And another $10. That was from Lilfi or Lilfi, something along those lines. Hi, first time I'm able to, so I have a donation for the kids. You guys do an awesome job, and I love watching HFC. Please to put this towards Mighty for Sonic Mania Plus. Sorry, Ray, but I only had money for one of you. That's fair enough. And that puts Mighty now at $515. So that's now puts him ahead of Sonic by just under $15.
Alright, Flame says type dream from, then ellipses TannerLPer, and you should find one.
Dream from Tanner. Let's see, if you type it in the chat, I can copy and paste it in there.
Yep.
There we go.
This boss just is pretty easy. You blow up the little mouse things that he's standing on, because otherwise they turn into rockets. And basically what happens is when he doesn't have anywhere else to go, because they blow up, he just stands there and waits for you to kill him, and one hit and he's dead. The easiest boss in the game, 100%.
Fair enough. Alright, I found the thing that Flame was telling me about. So the first one that came up Weird dream last night. I discovered my printer could print food, so I downloaded the Donkey Kong gummy candy from the internet and was like, everyone shut up and try this. I was so smoked over the fact I downloaded a snack. Because you wouldn't download a snack.
Yep, that was 100% a dream that I had where I was like, man, like, just the fact that this food could be printed, I thought I solved world hunger.
Well, I mean, we're probably pretty close to that point now. We just need to find a way to have 3D printers use their edible substances instead of like resin or whatever. And then you can like 3D print gummies or 3D print any kind of snack or sustenance you want.
Okay, keep reading more of my dreams, because there's some that get weird.
Alrighty then, I will carry on going and obviously try and keep an eye on donations as well. Okay, here's another one. I had a dream last night where I got a YouTube copyright strike for uploading a clip of a Shakespearean audiobook. So I emailed the author twice, and a Google employee who was spying on my emails sent me a resolved email, and it was fine.
Volk, you may want to enter and exit and re-enter the call just so that the buzz goes away, because it's not just on my end.
Oh, okay. I'll give it a go. Alright, be back in a second.
So this stage here is Soft Museum. It's basically a museum where the ground is soft. Does it make much sense? Absolutely not.
Alright, there we go. I am back again.
That sounds better.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep an earphone open just in case, because it might just be something going on in the background that's causing it, but I'll keep an ear open just in case.
Alright, keep reading my dreams, dude. There's some weird ones.
Alrighty then, let me see here. Apparently, you had a weird dream that was a mix of Overwatch and Detroit Become Human and Death Stranding.
Okay,
that was 99% first person and had me dying and being resurrected by increasingly more Deus Ex Machina events. By the end, it was slightly a horror thing. The hamster was in it.
Don't 100% remember that one, but I guess I had that one because I wrote it down.
Alrighty, let me just scroll down here and see what else we have here. Alright, here's another one. Last night you had a dream the Avengers 4 trailer leaked and it showed Cable, who after says, "Oh, and I brought my idiot friend," and it pans over to Deadpool. Harry Osborn from Amazing, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Halo armor, and Sir Daniel Fortescue driving a taxi. Well, Daniel Fortescue wanted to make that crazy money.
Yeah, get that crazy money.
There is actually more to this, apparently. And after I went online and was freaking out asking how come no one is discussing this, I figured out I was the only person to see this and no one would believe me.
A lot of my dreams have me go online and talk to people because I do it too much in my own life.
As there is also a plotting that Thor was going to become evil due to Hela's evil infecting his eye, Doctor Strange insinuating Spider-Man has a stand, and implication of Sonic and Minecraft cameos in the copyright info at the end.
Yeah, I remember that now, yeah.
It seems a bit random, but you know what? That's just how dreams are, pretty much.
Like, my dreams literally just take everything I thought about during the day and just is like, yep, throw them together.
Alrighty then, we have another $17 that is going Sonic's way. And says, Sonic's back in the lead. You want Mighty to stay there, you better break 100 above Sonic. Alright, the gauntlet has been thrown down to those who wish to challenge Sonic's reign at the top.
We got a battle going, it seems.
Oh yeah, I mean, it seems to crop up every now and again, but as soon as one person starts and another responds, it seems to start that back and forth, and then before you know it, the bystanders are getting involved. So Sonic is now in the lead by $2.69, just to keep you guys informed of where we are at the moment. And that now brings our total donated to $3,427, which means we are just over $70 away from unlocking the next donation incentive game.
Nice. So, the gimmick of this area is pretty much, again, everything is soft and bouncy. It's like a JoJo Part 5 thing. So you gotta not try and bounce off stuff. Otherwise you lose time, pretty much.
I imagine it messes with your trajectory as well.
Yeah, so, I mean, you could use it to your advantage too, but oops, did not mean to open that egg. Go into the cannon. I just killed a Chow. Do I not go into the cannon?
How could you?
There we go. I had to go past it. Oh yeah, this part you gotta try and aim for the blue chips.
There we go.
Ooh,
Alright,
just
that's a
need
neat
one
little transition.
more. Just need one more. Oh, well, at least I got enough. I can do-
Tom asked if there is an ETA on completion.
Oh, still like a little while. We got about maybe an hour, because we still got a couple more stages. We got Christmas nights, so it's still a bit.
Fair enough. So we'll say about an hour.
Yeah. Alright, so that should be enough to get, hopefully, a B rank here. Let's see here. And we got a C. Okay. Usually 1800 is what you want to try and go for a B. So try and get that. It's not gonna
I
deal
take
with
you
those
need at least a
spikes.
C to. I take you need like at least a C. Usually.
Yeah, you need at least a C to get to the true final boss. Again, though, if I don't get it, I'll just load up my completed save file and show that off there.
Ideo.
So this section has the mirror in the background, which is not actually a mirror, it's just another model of knights. Aha, trickery. And so you want to look through the mirror to see where everything is. Oops, don't go down there.
That's pretty trippy, actually. I kind of dig it.
Trippy is kind of a word you can use to describe this game a lot. There's a lot of things where you're just like, that's weird, but it works.
But it's kind of cool.
Yep.
And that's what's important. I mean, trying to make things look cool to a certain degree. If it sacrifices basic being able to play the game, then you got a problem.
Okay, so I just need a few more blue chips, which I can't find. There's a few. Again, you need 20 blue chips to break the Nightmare in prison there. So you want to try and do that. Hey, that was pretty good. Now let's actually get through here. Finish the stage quickly. Killed another Nightopia, but that's fine.
So would you say this is about average in terms of how you'd normally do for a game like this?
I've been doing a bit better than normal. Except this one. I sucked at this one. It's going to be a C. That's fine.
Excellent. Alright, we don't seem... Oh, no, wait, we got a double $10 donation that came in a minute apart from each other.
Ooh.
Not even that, they were a second apart from each other. First $10 donation comes from Silver Dude. Thank goodness for Dad giving me money so that I may make a final donation. This has been an amazing ride and can't wait to see next year's marathon. This could all go to Mighty. And the second one... I wasn't planning to donate again, but the gauntlet was thrown down and I couldn't resist. Plus, I really want to see PSO, so that would be SGM again, I believe. Put it towards Red Sonic. No, the other one. The nearly winning one. Alright, so that's another $20 towards Mighty, which thrusts him back into the lead again, with $533 to his name versus Sonic's $517.69. And that means we are now just over $50 away from unlocking the next incentive game, so not much further left to go. If you want to see it, now's a good time to donate and crack that egg wide open.
I didn't even get a chance to say how easy that boss fight was because you talked through the entire thing. It's a shame because Jack or Mad Mental, I don't know which he is, it's so easy. You just bump into him a couple times and that's it. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame. It's a bit of a shame. I kind of wish he was more difficult.
It's like Disguise Mid Boss. You think, oh yeah, he's going to be really, really tough potentially, and he just falls over for no reason.
All right, and we are Jackle. That's his name. Yeah. We got the last stage for Elliot here, which is probably one of my favorite ones. It's called Stick Canyon, which doesn't sound like a cool place, but it's kind of like cool and like kind of like robot-y. Has a really good music track too.
I like the full title, Stick Canyon, the Revival.
Yeah, right? There's actually very few sticks in here. It's more like robot stuff, so I don't know why it's called that, but you know what? Hey, I'll take it for one of the best songs in the game. The OC remix version of this is lyrical, and man, it is really good.
I believe I may have heard it. I think I have that entire Night's album, but I think I've only listened to it like once, maybe twice so far.
I've listened to it so many times because it's so good. It's a little bit
I do
Planet Lisp,
remember it being really, really good. I usually put it on for like specific moments. Like if I just feel like, let's listen to something I haven't listened to in a while, that sort of thing.
See, I have a huge SD card in my car, so while I'm driving around, I just listen to like all my game music, and a lot of it is OC Remix, just because it's just so fun to throw on.
Oh yeah, I have a bunch of OC Remix stuff on my phone as well, so I entirely understand that. We do have a couple more donations.
Wow,
so,
guys!
we have...
You're really doing good.
Indeed.
You for Monkey Ball.
we have another $19 that very simply says Sonic. So I'm guessing that's going towards Mighty, so I'll go ahead and adjust that.
The war has gotten to a point where
they
they just say the name of the character. They don't put in anything else. They're just like Sonic.
Yep, Sonic. And somehow we know exactly what that means. So that puts him at 536.69.
Haha, every time.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to donate that odd 31 cents. Alrighty then, so that is that. And then we have another $5 from Sparanda. I thought I'd share a dream that I had.
Ooh.
I was transferring to a school and needed to fill the paperwork for them, but for some reason I was using an alias that had secretly been born in Russia and grew up American. Come to find out, the school I am at is a military school, and the person overseeing my paperwork was Revolver fucking Ocelot. So it's like Balam Garden if it was made by Hideo Kojima.
That's pretty good.
Let me see here. He didn't put that towards any of the bid wars, so I'm guessing he didn't want to participate. But if he did want to put that towards someone, go ahead and let me know. He might be rapidly approaching the 7th page at this rate as well, so
Nice.
keep the donations coming by all means. Alright, so Sparanda says Mighty, so I'll put that $5 he dues towards Mighty, which I believe, to the surprise of basically no one, puts him back in the lead again with $540. So, if I'm reading this right, for Sonic Mania alone, the bid war has contributed almost, I believe, it's either almost or just over half our entire total. So,
Wow.
Sonic Mania, clearly the most successful bid war of the lot.
That's crazy. That's awesome. Good job, guys.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, let's get to the exit. There we go. All right, if you got more of my dreams, go and read them. I got some weird ones later on.
Alrighty then. I just remembered a dream last night. Was that E3? They put a Castlevania rep just called Belmont in Smash, and East's costume was a different main character. Everyone was like, who? And I was winning a tournament just flailing his whip around.
I remember that, yeah. Also, who likes Katamari? We've become the Katamari.
That is quite a magnificent Katamari. That would make for a very fine moon somewhere in a nondescript solar system. Let's see what else we got here. I literally burst out of my dream in a sweat. It was a dream where I realized I was taking a science class and missed every class of the year, and I was too busy, so I missed the final exam and was not going to graduate. And woke up super hard, super scared I fucked up. That's a bit of a weird one. Thankfully, I'm like 90% sure I graduated just fine.
That I still have that dream. I still get hit by that one where it's just like, did I graduate? Did it work? I don't know.
You know, that would be a very bad time for a roommate or somebody to come by, just like glue a beard to your face and think you like woke up 30 years in the future. Alrighty then, let's see what else we got here.
I gotta rush to
Okay, here's another one. Had a dream I went to teach in a mysterious frozen country that was north of England. And to get there, I took a boat across the sea and then literally had to walk up an 80-degree incline for a day. Like, the whole country was near vertical and it was weird. Yeah, that's called Scotland and it exists in real life.
I remember that one. Like, it was literally like, it was like, what, is the entire country at an angle? And the answer was yes. It was like just the entire country was just on its side and you had to climb up it. It was kind of crazy.
But yeah, you did literally just describe Scotland more or less perfectly. Alright, we got two more donations here. One from 0J for $5. One more small push for Mighty, since I also want to see Blue Burst happen. And then another $10 from the guy making sure Sonic ends up further ahead. And just says, hey look, Sonic's further ahead, and don't bitch, that my donations are short and simple. I'm just making sure Sonic wins. That is a man pretty much focused solely on his mission. So we got 5 for Mighty, 10 for Sonic. Okay. And then we just go and amend that. So Mighty's now at 545. And Sonic is now at 546. So it's now only $1.69 between Sonic and Mighty. And what does that put our total at right now? $3,486. I believe that might well mean we had another donation recently. I'm just going to double check that.
We should
so yeah,
almost
if that's the case, we're only $14
yeah.
away. Let me just double check then.
This part's a bit of a trap because if you keep going on these roller coasters, you will run out of time, which you don't want. But hopefully, I think I'll get there in time. Let's hope. The sound is going. Oh, we did it.
Hey, nice. I was gonna say, is like the drowning music gonna come on in a second?
No, but it's like you hear like it's like the sound of a dream ending. It's like these choir chords like slowly start to come in. Oh, here we go. The one boss with the cutscene. There is no knights. It's Riala, except that's not what he says apparently. Apparently he says something in Nightmarin. Riala in this game, as cool as it is you're fighting your own Virgil, it's ridiculously easy. You just paraloop in front of him. And that's it. I beat him.
Nicely done. I do like his color scheme, though. I have to admit.
Oh, yeah, no, Riala's awesome. It's just a shame that the boss fight with him is just so easy. And Riala's theme is so good. Also, yeah, the Totino's remix is so good. All right. So I think we're actually good to move on to the last level,
Okay.
which we actually will have to do 3 times. Because you beat it the first time and you get the bad ending, you beat it the second time, you get the bad ending, then you beat it the third time with a character of your choice and you get the good ending.
Ah, I see. Okay. We do have another $10 donation saying Sonic's in the lead as usual. Deimos is donating another $10 to Sonic's victory to ensure you never get away from Sonic and Knuckles. At this point, I'm somewhere around 1.5k on my own. That is ridiculous if true, sir. But thank you very, very much. It means a hell of a lot to us all, I'm sure.
So the last level, Twin Seeds, is where you actually live. And guess what? Game over. We died. No, just kidding. But you have to, you're basically, you're put at a place here and you're like, where do I go? There's no ground. Jump into the darkness. You'll die. But guess what? Because we've grown as a person, we can fly. Did you know flying in your dreams represents that you are proud of your accomplishments? Except we can't paraloop because only knights can paraloop. But we did it. We can fly on our own. Even without wings, I can still fly.
So I'm guessing with Elliot, it's more for him. It's like, so there's more to life than basketball after all. And then he finally accepts it and awakens to his true self.
It's like, Kobe said, ball is life. But what if ball is more than life?
Alrighty, let me just sort this out quickly, because I do believe we got another donation or two in. So let me give a quick refresh. Yes, here we go. $4.20. Hey, another 4 to Sonic to unlock the next game, and also put it to Sonic, let's round him up proper. I'm a mod of many evil intents. So, $4.20 will put Sonic at $560.89. So, no more 69.
Dang.
It's not 60 anymore, apparently. So it's now 89 cents at the end. And we have now just broken $3,500, which means that you have unlocked the Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst incentive. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that one. Hopefully, I'll have plenty of stories to potentially tell and lots of things to say about the game. Snake should be joining me for that one as well. So it should be a good fun. I am very much looking forward to sharing my thoughts and opinions on a game that I perhaps spent the most time with historically. So thank you all very, very much for helping us get to this point. But hey, there is still plenty of fun left to go. Let's see if we can get it to 4.
I will say, this is pretty much copied like section for section in NiGHTS for the Wii, but they actually do a much better job with it in my eyes. Some people disagree, but I think just the way that they do it is so much better. Adding a bit of story definitely helps. I know people hate the story of NiGHTS for the Wii there, but I actually really like it. So the problem with this last section is you have these balloons here, which will keep trying to push you up. This is a bit tight on the time limit, so you got to be careful. In fact, we might be running into a little bit of trouble pretty soon, but hopefully we can get there. I just need a few more blue spheres, just a few more blue chips rather.
Yeah, blue spheres is a completely different special stage entirely.
There we go. We did it with 5 seconds to spare. It is a bit tight.
Well, I mean, I suppose you'd expect that from the final one.
And we gotta break through our barriers. Look, we're working together. Together we can show the world what we can do. You, I mean, I'm next to you. We did it. We're all together.
Push it on through and get a crazy taxi. I'm sorry, I'm just stuck in that mode now. I can't get out.
And now we got the final boss. Also, we both fused with knights, because apparently 2 people can do it at once. The final boss here, Wiseman. He's, not hard at all. He's actually incredibly easy. Basically, you need to approach him, and then as you approach him, you need to both touch his hot bod, and then you just hit him. And you do that like 4 times. He does have awesome like Mario boss hands, where they're like the hand with the eye in the middle.
What's the deal with the quantum asteroids I'm seeing?
Shh, it's okay. It represents dreams, maybe?
It represents a guy wanting to give a massive middle finger to whoever dreamt him into existence.
We wait and then get together. And that's it. That's the final boss for at least Clarice here.
Alrighty, so we gotta do it 2 more times?
I think so, yes.
Alright then, so how long do you reckon we got so we can let people know how long they have to donate before Sonic Mania actually begins?
I think about a half hour still.
Alright, half hour. Cool. So, just to let you guys know, you got about half an hour to get your
Oh, by the way,
donations
NiGHTS is
into-
dead, guys. That's it.
You seem oddly happy about it. At least just from them flitting around.
And I forgot it plays the cutscene. So actually, we might not have to do it 2 more times. I think it'll just go through. So I think we just have to do it 1 more time after this. And guess what?
Righty,
She's
yep.
gained the courage to go do her audition. She has the. I like how there's just a recolor of her up on the stage.
That is a bit trippy. It's like, I'm already here.
She's having them feelings.
Oh, he's the director. I thought he was the janitor.
But it's okay, because guess who taught Clarice to sing? Herself in her dreams.
Well, sometimes the only person you can trust is yourself, so I suppose that makes sense in one way.
Oh, so the good ending comes after getting all A ranks and just changes the version of Dreams that plays? Okay, so that's not that big of a deal. Just changes the credits song. It's the Wii one has it where you have to get all the ranks, then you get the better ending by doing it 3 times. Yeah, she has pretty much no-nos. It's kind of weird. Also, her song...
see it at very slight angles.
Her song was just going, la, 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 la. And it's like, well, that's a shame. Okay, so we're going to skip the credits, and then we'll watch it with Elliot there.
Alright, Ian. Sounds good to me. Just a reminder, if you don't fancy the Mighty vs. Sonic bid war, there is still time to get your bids in for which version of Dream Dreams Richie will be singing either tomorrow or sometime later in the incentive block.
All right, so now we're moving on to the stage for Elliot here, being his one here. Again, the whole thing is Twin Seeds is apparently the name of the town where he lives. Apparently, it's in North America. I think Night's Wii takes place in Europe, but I could be wrong. But yeah, you know, it's Twin Seeds, that American city you all know so well.
Indeed. And Elliot's like, there's still people better than me at basketball. Life isn't worth living.
Yeah, again, ball is life for this dude.
It's flubber!
So I
can now fly.
really love the song that plays here. It's called, I think it's Growing Wings. It's really good, but so there's a bit of a, have you heard of a Mondegreen before? It's where you hear lyrics in a song that aren't like the right ones. I
hear it all the time with that one Daft Punk song. The one that goes, lose yourself to dance. For the longest time, I thought it kept saying, you can suck my dick.
Well, yeah, whew, that's bad. But basically, in this one, it's, so in the Wii version, the 2 characters are named Helen and Will instead. And this song, to me, sounds like they're saying, I love Helen. So when I first heard this in the Wii version, I thought it was about Will going, I love Helen! And I'm like, oh, that's adorable. Until I learned that's super not what it is, because it's in this version well before those characters existed at all. So I was a bit sad about that, but what can you do?
Okay. Just to let you guys know with the incentive block, we may be jiggling things around a bit just to account for the runners a bit better. So don't be surprised if things swap around a little bit, but all the donation games that we have unlocked so far will be played. It's just that they might appear on different days potentially.
Yes, for instance, it's looking like I will be playing Amazing Island tomorrow instead of Friday. But we'll let you know about that when that happens.
Yeah, we'll update the schedule when we know for sure how things are gonna look.
I mean, it works for me. It's just a case of checking with everyone else.
Exactly.
So this stage has a lot of switches that you need to pull to like make the features of the stage appear, which is a cool gimmick. It's kind of like you're flying over nothing, and then you will the level into existence, which is always super cool. So,
there you go.
hey,
Just
we already
literally
got
Growing Wings on my playlist as well, and yeah, it's pretty good.
I really like it. It's such a good like song of hope.
Yeah, it's much more upbeat than the usual theme is, so I can dig it.
Wait, yeah, of course the Sonic C sounds like he's saying teleportation. Yeah, what else would he be saying? All right, so we did it. We're going on to the final boss with Elliot now. And guess what? It's pretty much the exact same. Oh, hey, we got an A rank. We might get an A rank on this one.
Hey, that'd be nice. Let's see
Listen
what we
to
can
the
do
version of this track on the official NiGHTS Remix album. Oh, I gotta do that. I didn't even know that exists.
There you go. Something for you to do after you're done here.
Whoop. Ooh, I got hit for once. So on the Wii version, NiGHTS actually gets transformations that you can use in the game, such as a dolphin, a dragon, a jet, and stuff. And you actually have to transform to, like, match the right ones. So that changes up a bit, but otherwise it's the exact same fight. NiGHTS for the Wii...
Actually, do you know what I would have really have liked to have seen in this game?
Huh.
There's a thing in Gradius 5 where... as you approach the final boss, you beat the final boss in both stage 2 and the final level. And essentially what happens is that you control yourself normally on stage 2, but there's an AI controlled ship that is doing the whole course the same time as you are. And then when you go on to stage 8, it basically because you sort of go through like this time loop thing. So in stage 8, you're that ship that was being controlled by AI initially. But then the ship you were controlling in level 2 is basically mirroring what you did on that stage.
Oh, I love that, yeah.
Like that ship. I would have loved to have seen something similar to this. So basically the other NiGHTS is doing the same thing that Clarice was doing when you're playing as Elliot and vice versa.
There's a really good example of that in Nier Automata, which I won't talk about because play that game, don't look at spoilers, it's the best.
It is a very good game, very solid.
And he's like, whoa, I'm back in the real world.
I'm LeBron James!
Actually, or is he in the real world? I guess not. There's a Nightopia.
Where's the hoop?
I gotta go save my girlfriend, who I met in my dream.
Maybe this is actually the beginning of Space Jam that we're seeing at the moment.
Sure. I can't believe Clarice is dead.
I can't believe Clarice was a basketball this entire time.
This basketball is
even
my
dressed like one.
girlfriend. And he wakes up and he's like, man, I sure wish I remembered my dream where I had a girlfriend. I'm gonna go play basketball because that's all I know.
So
No,
let's see
the
what
bullies
happens
are
here.
playing basketball though. Guess we
Oh,
gotta
no, you can't
square
have
up
other people
and
playing
beat these
basketball.
thoughts. He's like, don't worry, I've unlocked cosmic powers. I'll make them have endless nightmares and never wake up. Their parents will hate me.
All I have to do is touch them once and that's it.
Ball is life! Kobe! He did it. He slam dunked from halfway across the court. And they're like, yo.
They like got that thing where you select someone in Virtua Fighter and for some reason the mouse just go
He learned that ball is life, but only if you ruin other people's lives.
Exactly.
So I think
It is a
this
lesson.
is the true ending when you get both of their endings. They're like, yeah, we beat those bullies. Oh, hey, look, it's a parade. I forgot that was today. Featuring the
For
burger
your
float.
service to basketball, we throw to you a parade.
Twin Dreams concert. Why does that seem so familiar? That's not basketball. Wait, I remembered my dream. Oh my god. Ball is other people's lives. He's like, I can't believe
Remember
I forgot
who you
about
are.
NiGHTS, my favorite dream character. He's like, you're the girl from my dream. And she's like, that's weird.
Yeah, that's not something you just go out and say to people.
Yeah, you don't
Alright.
go up to a girl and be like, I saw you in my dream and we were flying together and this dude with 6 hands was there and then you were a basketball. That was kind of hot. I'm Elliot. What's your name?
It's just like, no, the pickup line would be, so hey, I notice you don't have a nose either.
We both had like this clown sona in our dreams. It was kind of cool.
Clown sonar, I love it. Just imagine just Persona or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, just everyone is clowns.
Yeah, so she's practicing in the empty theater, and now we're in the world of our dreams. And now they're a couple, maybe, I guess? Sure. That's how it works.
More to the point, how did you get to the empty theater without security not once stopping him?
Well, you see, you can do amazing things with a basketball.
He just knocks out everyone by throwing the basketball at him, like slam dunks some dude in the head, knocks him out.
Have you ever heard of Barkley's Shut Up and Jam Gaiden? Because
let me tell you, believe I have.
Let me tell you, there's some stuff you can do. So this is like the last time we see Elliot and Clarice ever in a game, except they are unlockable if you get all the, basically like the red ring equivalent in Knight's Wii. You can get them, so they're playable. No difference, and reuse voice clips, but hey, they're cool. And then 3 years later, they broke up because Helen wasn't a basketball.
No, it was because basketball felt a favor. It's like, I heard about this new American football.
So,
and then it goes on from there.
I will not be singing Dreams for the sake of everyone, but I will say on my own channel, I may have sung Dreams once or twice. Just because I love this song. We will be getting Richie's version where he sings it, probably when he's online next. Sadly, we did not get his video files, which he sent to us. But yeah, we're playing it on the PlayStation 3. But we're not done yet. We still have the most important thing, Christmas nights.
Oh yes, Crimby nights.
The stream was supposed to be 4 hours long. I grossly overestimated how long nights was. Again, I went to how long to beat, and it said 3 hours, so... Whoops.
Yeah, you had your estimate at 2 hours, so you're pretty much within estimates. We've got 4 hours for Sonic Mania Plus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, so Dreams is just so good. It's so good. It's, the lyrical version is wonderful. There is an adult version, a kid version, a Sweet Snow version, and then on the OC Remix album, there's Disco Dreams, which is just, oh, so good.
I believe it was the kids' version that made it into the Jukebox and Fantasy Star Online in the end, and it was the one that I'm perhaps the most familiar with. It occasionally end up dropping, and whilst you're just going around in one of the areas, you can just use the item, and it'll play the Dreams theme, just because. Although the Affinia server's even better, because it lets you play stuff like Bayonetta's theme in there as well, because they added a few extra ones, as well as the CDs that normally come with the main version of Blue Burst. So that's pretty cool.
That's cool. The kids sing all right. They could be better, but there's some heart in there. The adult version, some of them can't sing the best. There was a really cool thing, though, where I think it's the original voice actors for the kids as adults sang for Knight's Wii. It was... Dreams, Sweet Snow version 25th anniversary edition or something, where as adults they sang it. It's so good. It's so good.
Very nice, very nice.
We don't have too much longer left on this. We're just going to run through Christmas Nights, which is was a demo disc originally. But it's weird because it's a demo disc, but also an expansion pack, kind of. Where it's like, if you play it on its own, it's a demo disc. But if you had Nights, the game originally, you could use it to A, unlock new stuff, or B, use it to it was the only way to check on your Nightopian, like how they're doing. It's really cool. Oh, here's the best part. Oh, you got the backing. It's so good. Oh, guys, I'm tearing up. I'm getting the feels. It's happening.
Oh, it's cool. I've been there once or twice, especially with the ending theme of Wonder Boy, although I'm a little bit more in control of it now. But I tell you what, the first time I completed the Wonder Boy remake and that ending theme started playing, I had to hold back tears, legitimately, just because it was like one of the first games I ever played, and that ending theme has stuck with me for quite some time.
Yeah, if you switch... So, Christmas Nights also has some date-specific stuff, so if you play the game during certain times, you'll get different things. If you play on April Fool's Day, you play as Riala instead of Knights. There's seasonal costumes, so like on Halloween, if you play, they have Halloween costumes. Right now, if you play as Elliot in the PS2 version, you actually get to see him in a swimsuit, which is kind of cool. There's like, you know, summer version, so there's some time-based stuff going on, which is cool. And if you play on Christmas night, you get a kind of like Super Christmas version where it changes the title screen and has even better music. It's cool.
It seems a bit weird that they went through so much trouble just to like make a Christmas edition of a game, and that it was Knights of all things.
Well, because it was...
Like, I understand that Knights is kind of popular, but you'd think that it's such a weird sort of IP to go through that much trouble for. Unless it just wasn't that much work in the end. Because,
well, what it is what Christmas Nights is it lets you play the first level of the game, but a Christmas version of it, which you... Like, it was a demo disc, basically. You got it from a magazine in Japan.
I see.
Like, it was not something you bought. It was, so that's why it's actually, like, kind of rare, because that was the only way to get it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we've unlocked Christmas mode. Christmas Nights has been unlocked.
Yay, it's Christmas again. Sorry, I would be a little bit more excited, but
so you'll get
Christmas is exhausting.
Yeah, oh no, for sure. You'll get to see the PS2 graphics in this. It also has its own story, technically, which is amazing, so you'll get to see that. You can't play as Sonic in this version, sadly.
The city is covered with Christmas.
For some reason, the narrators are all British here, and I don't get why.
Christmas dreams, dank-ass memes.
And people are looking for presents for their loved ones.
I really like the art here. It's really nice.
Among them are Elliot and
Apparently,
Clarice.
Leaf Juice says the narrator for Christmas Nights is the most condescending
They
woman
all
ever.
look right.
No, I get that. It sounds like it.
That gentleman, that lady, that old man. Why do they have to walk that fast?
I just really want Knights to be like, we forgot the most important part of Christmas.
crowd,
Jesus
they
Christ,
feel
our Lord and
something
Savior.
important.
And then someone's like, Mr. Yuji Naka, I don't think we can... No, don't worry.
The streets look so
And then you can
beautiful.
just unlock Jesus as a character you can play as in Knights, and he's like stuck on the
Well-
cross and he's flying through the air.
I don't know if you've seen how Knights flies with the arms spread, because it's basically like a cross pose.
Yeah, exactly, he's just stuck on there, but he's just flying around.
Flying on the
That's
cross.
the idea.
Someone mod in Jesus Christ into Christmas Nights. I will send you money.
Jesus Nights, Jesus Christ, he went and died for all our sins.
It's so good.
However, they realize what is missing from the Christmas
They
spirit.
realized what's missing from the Christmas spirit.
The one
Nights
thing
into Dreams for the Sega Saturn.
Knights is T-posing the game.
There is no shiny star atop the gigantic Christmas tree.
Well, he's almost right.
Without it,
There is some
the
non-T-pose
is
moments in there.
incomplete.
Holy crap, someone replaced our star with an outline.
How much time left? Probably about 15 minutes now.
It's like damn budget cuts.
Okay, so yes, basically you can play as Clarice or Elliot. Even though it's the same, like you can choose different characters, it's the same stage either way. So we're gonna play as Clarice because she's cute. And we have to play with PS2 graphics, so you don't get to see it. But you always go to Spring Valley, so you'll get to see what it looks like in the PS2 graphics here. So it's slightly better looking, obviously, but it still keeps a lot of its charm. So we're gonna hop into here. And look, we're all Christmassy! And otherwise, it's roughly the same. It's a recolor, but you get a original Christmas, like, medley song. It's kind of crazy. It goes through, like, all these different songs. It's cool. It's cute. Honestly, if I got this at Christmas, this would be the ultimate, like, oh god, I want this game. Like, as a demo thing. Which apparently I've been told is not as rare as I thought it was. Apparently it's pretty common. That's surprising.
Yeah, a lot of promos like that tend to be so.
It's probably because no one has a Sega Saturn, and that's why everyone who bought it just has these copies they want to sell.
It's still doing my
think-
checks for donations.
I think this was the game that they showed to Steven Spielberg, and he was like, "This is it. Will change the gaming world. 3D movement. Wow." There's an interesting history with Knights and like how the world viewed it. I think Michael Jackson saw it too and was like, "Well, that's pretty cool. Shem on," or something.
And then he went on to help make Space Channel 5.
Yes. Yeah, his cooperation. Well, I had a EGM thing that went over all the collaborations Michael Jackson did in video games. He was the narrator for the SEGA Space Simulator arcade game in Japan, where it was like a space, like learn how to fly in a spaceship sort of thing, and he was just him, live action FMV, going around telling you how to fly it.
And it's like, no, you gotta make sure the oxygen is maintained.
That's, you're not even, like, it's so weird because that's pretty much what it's like. You're not wrong.
That is kind of crazy to me. Although Space Channel 5 makes sense, you know, because you've got the whole dance move thing worked in there. It's just crazy enough that Michael Jackson would be interested in it.
Yeah, for sure. No,
So that I can
it makes
understand.
sense, yeah. And I killed another. I love how when you accidentally suck up a Nightopia and you get to hear their screams, it's wonderful. You just hear a little ah, and then they're dead.
Alright, so I've just got word from Tom. Richie said he's getting online now. He can sing after you're done with Christmas
Ooh, hey,
night.
perfect.
So, hey, looks like you'll be getting the live Richie experience after all, potentially.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, or he might just send me the pre-done version so it doesn't have to go through Discord there, but we'll see what he wants. He will be
All right,
putting it
then
up
we
on
have-
his own channel after too, so.
Fair enough. I was just going to say, we have another donation, $20.80. Hey, I want Sonic to be squarely in the lead. I fought this almost entirely alone. I'm almost seeing it through to the end. I also want it back at 69. This war has been my instigation, and I claim victory no matter what happens. He's feeling very confident about himself, I have to say. So, let's see. That'll be back at 69 cents, but exactly what 69 cents? Let's have a look. So if I go 560.89 plus 20.8. Yeah, 581. Just making sure I had the maths correct on that one.
All right, and I'm gonna try to do the final boss in one hit after this, because because the final boss is just Gilwing again, the first boss that we fought, and so someone told me, oh, you can get it just by getting the star on the tail. I'm gonna try for it. Hey, I got the trophy. I'm not playing on my own profile, so it's my sister got the trophy.
Oh well. Let it never be said that you never got her anything.
That's true. Well, she really likes Knights too. She just hasn't played this version because she loved the Wii version. We both got it. We got it at Christmas, surprisingly and ironically, for our Wii along with our Wii. So like we associate it with like Christmas morning. So that's why it's like so special to us. I also got Fire Emblem. Guess what game I have not gotten far in for the Wii? Fire Emblem. Boy, that game's hard.
Is it so much that it's hard and also kind of on the long side?
No, it's hard because it's one of those games with character permadeath, and guess what? You can screw yourself into a position where you cannot win. Guess what I did as a kid? Got to a position where I lost so many characters and I don't have enough to beat a stage.
That doesn't seem very fair. Surely you should be able to complete the game with generic assholes and get an achievement for it.
Yeah, no, it's so that I sucked at that, sadly. But what can you do other than complain on the internet?
Well, if you have the power, mod the game.
Yes, that's true. One day I'll go back to it. Maybe.
It's a series that I never really got into, but then again, the only tactics RPGs that I ever got into were Final Fantasy Tactics, Disgaea, and all the Disgaea, I guess, sub-games. So you've got I can't remember the name. Oh yeah, Soul Nomad. That's one that I quite enjoyed. And thinking about it now, Gig kind of reminds me of Bakugo from My Hero Academy, so that's kind of neat.
This is a really fun game to play at Christmas, though. It really gets you in the mood. It's short, it's, it's sweet, but it works well. I have a friend who literally, his yearly tradition is, it's Christmas, gotta play Christmas Nights. That's his thing.
Much in the same way that I feel like there are some people who play Christmas Duke Nukem.
Oh.
Since that is also a thing. Like,
Okay.
they have special Christmas maps for Duke Nukem.
I do like that. I like when they make Christmas versions of games. It's cute, and one of the only redeeming factors of the worst time of the year. I don't like Christmas.
Indeed.
I don't like it's the amount of family obligations that come at Christmas ruin it for me. And I know some people are like, "Oh, but you get to meet with family." And I'm like, "Yeah, but what if your family is one that you're like, "Nah, I'm fine. Just I'm fine. I don't need." But that's neither here nor there.
The time leading up to it is a bit of a ball ache, but once it's actually there, it's absolutely amazing in my opinion. But it's like, it's 2 to 3 months of just, oh my god, especially if you work in retail.
Christmas music is the worst thing ever. I like this is fine because it's fun and fast, but radio Christmas music is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy my family has moved away from gifts entirely, and we just now instead our whole family pools money together and we go on vacation together. That works and is fun, but I don't like it.
Oh yeah,
other stuff. Okay, let's try and get this
dude. That kind
dude.
of makes sense if you've been at the Christmas thing for a while. And you sort of get to the point where it's like, okay, I think we kind of gotten each other like pretty much everything we can think of. So why don't we just do shit together instead?
All
right, looks like we have another donation potentially. Ooh, I think we have. Yep, we have just hit page 7. And that is a $7 donation. Shade1602. This can go to Mighty. This won't put him above Sonic now, but oh well. But then again, it's $7 extra that could leave someone liable to snipe Mighty at the last moment, potentially. Alright, so that will put Mighty at $552.00, which puts him, let me just do some quick maths here, about $30 behind Sonic at the moment. So if you want to get Mighty back on top, $30 dues is the way you're going to do it, unless Deimos or someone similar is literally going to put in an extra donation for Sonic right at the end just to make sure it can't be sniped.
Well, I'm trying to one-shot the boss here and it ain't working, so we might actually have to redo Christmas Nights here, but that's fine. It's short. We'll see how this goes.
Indeed. Huh, and speaking of the Christmas Nights, themes are starting to play on the playlist now.
Yep. I tried to do it, didn't work.
Ah, that's a shame.
Well, the good news is we get to do it again, this time with Elliot, which I was going to show off anyways. Yeah. If you do the minigame as Sonic, which is in the Sega Saturn version of Christmas Nights, instead you do a redone version of Puffy, with Puffy replaced by Eggman, who is still just as bouncy and in his Eggmobile.
That is quite something. Although I guess it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so we'll just do this again quickly. I mean, it's not. I won't even go for a high score. I'll just do it as fast as possible because we can do that. And then we will go for the boss, where we will get this done.
Indeed.
Show
I'll
you.
keep my eyes open for any last-minute donations.
Yes.
Remember, guys, you don't have much time left. If you want to get anyone other than Sonic into Mania Plus, you need to get your donations in now, just to make sure they do get through before the cutoff point.
I will say the boost in this game is ridiculously fast because I don't think there's a cap on it. I think it's just pretty much as fast as you can go, which is crazy. Also, yeah, that was a mistake. Christmas Nights is such a cool idea. I love it. I kind of wish we got more just seasonal versions of games. Actually, I don't. That's a lie, but I think it's still neat. Can you imagine if they released like Christmas Mario 64? Like just it's Mario 64 where you can only go to Bob on Battlefield and it's all Christmassy. Like that's a cool promotion for a game. Shame cartridges are way too expensive.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Apparently, if you get 0 tricks, it says never mind.
Oh yeah, you can do some really cool tricks. Oh, never mind. Sure, just go ahead. It's fine.
It's like, sure, man, I guess. Okay, let's go through here. So yeah, like I said, you can do tricks by pressing L and R. If you press them together, you stop trick time, though, so don't do that. I think it's called Acrobat Mode is the official title. Actually, one thing I really do got to recommend is if you have Sonic Pinball Party for the Game Boy Advance, which is a decent pinball game. The Knights board is really cool because it really faithfully adapts all of the original Nights into Dreams into pinball format. It's really cool. You can go through the bosses and stuff, and it has Acrobat Mode, and it's really neat. And as for some reason, it plays Starlight Zone from Sonic 1, but you know what? I'll take it. That's a good song.
I guess it's kinda Christmassy, but...
Well, it's not Christmas Nights. It's just regular nights, but...
Alright. My mistake.
It's cool. That game is kind of bad, though. I don't like it too much. I've never been able to beat it because, like, it's pinball. It's how are you... Like, it's literally the final boss is, like, play through all these pinball tables, and you're like, how? I can't. And one thing that does suck is that game, like, the story of Sonic Pinball Party, which there is about a pinball tournament that Sonic, Tails, Knuckles them take place in, and you look at the lineup of characters in it, and, like, you don't fight anyone who isn't a brainwashed Tails, Knuckles, and I think Amy and Eggman, but you get to fight, Richie's Song's Waiting for You, perfect, but you get to, like, you look at, like, the roster of characters, and it's like, Knights is an opponent. I think Kiryu is an opponent in it? Like, there's all these other SEGA characters that are just in there waiting for their turn to play pinball that you never get to fight, and it makes me mad.
I believe, apparently the Burning Hearts remix in Pinball Party is really good, according to Green Viper.
Oh, yeah. So there's also a Sammy Domingo board, which is really interesting because, like, it's a mini board, like, it's not a full board. But as you play, you get different SEGA songs, which you have to play a little music rhythm game with. And, like, there's really good remixes in there of all these SEGA songs. It's an interesting game, but the pinball mechanic is kind of bad.
I think I remember playing one of the Phantasy Star songs that came with that. At least I'm pretty sure I did. Hold on. I actually have all of my SEGAthon playlists actually saved on my YouTube account, so I can quickly go through these and see if I indeed did do that. Let me see here.
So you can either hit his head or you can paraloop him. It's difficult to paraloop him because he's so big, but we did it. And guess what? The star that was on his tail goes up onto the tree, and we've saved Christmas.
Woohoo. Yeah, there we go. Sega Rock, Fancy Star Planet Palmer, I believe, was the song in question.
$30 separate from Mighty Winning, guys. Your last chance is after we play the song.
Yes, I'm not sure if you got the message in chat, but apparently it's waiting for you on the Discord.
Yes, I'm downloading it right now.
Okie dokie.
All right, and we're gonna get to see the ending of this amazing game story for Christmas Nights, which oh, is it not going to play? Oh, we didn't beat it with Claire. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to flip over to my profile just so that we can play that then.
I take it it's a case of playing a cutscene, is it?
Yeah, just a cutscene for the end.
Okay, cool.
So we're going to do that quickly. While we download the song anyways.
Indeed. Well, we got to do something while we wait.
Yep. Also, yes, I put on the Darth Maul brisk Star Wars Episode 1 theme just because I wanted something. And oh no, my capture card's dying. I'll fix that, don't worry. I don't know why it's doing that. I'll fix it. It'll get fixed, don't worry. Yeah, it's not having a good time. Let me try this.
Well, I have to say I'm a bit of a fan of the big head Darth Maul. He looks just the right amount of terrifying.
Yeah. It's because I'm downloading and trying to do it at the same time. It's not liking it.
Ah, right, I see.
Don't worry, it'll be fixed, guys.
Just need to give it a moment.
Yep. There we go.
May as well see if there's any more donations in the meantime.
All right, and I'm downloading the song.
Oh, yeah, we do actually have a couple of donations.
Ooh, hey, there we go.
We have a $90 donation from Goldstorm. Hey, guys, fantastic job. Oh, wait, no, hold on. That's from the first day. Never mind.
I was going to say.
The thing fucked up. Yeah, for some reason, it booted me back to the first page. I was like, wait, we got more donations? But no, unfortunately, we don't. The donation page trolled me. Because it's no longer a page 7 either, so something must have happened. I don't know what. But it's fine. It's fine. There's a little glitch here and there. You have to expect it. So yeah, no new donations, so Sonic is still at the top right now with $581.89. Mighty is still second with $552. Tails sitting quite far behind him third at $467.20. Knuckles is at $187.04 and Ray is at $40. You still have a few minutes to get your donations in, guys, just to let you know. But just to warn you, you may only have like 5-10 minutes, maybe 15 tops. So definitely get those in now whilst you still can.
So because of stupidity, I don't have the videos unlocked and I don't want to redo these things again. So I'm just going to put Christmas Night's ending into YouTube and pull it up for you guys.
Alrighty then.
You know what?
Have you got the
fine.
thing for Richie downloaded?
I do have the thing for Richie, so that will go up after this.
Alright then. Well, let me know when you do that, then I'll make sure when to mute my mic.
Yep, well, first off, we're going to get the Christmas Night's ending up onto here, so you get to see that.
Ready up.
Let me just grab it. Okay, so here is the ending of Christmas Nights, which you won't get to see because stupidity on my end.
With the help of
There,
night,
we can just play the ending part. We don't
Elliot
necessarily
and
need to play the
Clarice
credits again.
found the
Yep.
star, shining in 7 colors. But the
Alright, here you go.
entire story
Ghetto
was a
ending
dream.
cutscene.
So, what was that star? They don't talk about the dream they saw. But there is one thing both
Oh yeah,
of them
also,
know.
Tanner, if you haven't done so already, it might be an idea to turn the capture card
Something
audio
I
off.
did.
special will happen
Alright,
after
cool.
they embark on an adventure with knights.
I'm not sure what it is about these cutscenes, but Clarice's legs literally look like spaghetti noodles.
Uh-oh,
I'm
he's
not sure how they're
falling
holding
over.
Oh no, it's a cliche coming in hot.
They start feeling cheerful again.
Oh wait, maybe not.
And now,
Well,
happiness,
maybe not so much.
like
He
the light
wakes
of
up
a
to a crowd of
small
people.
candle, starts filling the city once again.
Him falling
look at my
over
free
filled
glass
everyone
of
with
kingdom.
Christmas joy.
Oh,
One guy just screamed in the background.
Give a star of happiness to the heart
How
of these
could
brave
he?
children.
The clumsy have knocked over this
Give
poor
a star of
girl
happiness to the
with
heart
limbs
of everyone.
made out of noodles.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. This, Wednesday, July 25th.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
All right, so, with that, we are no go away. With that, we are going to be playing the Dreams Dreams as sung by Richie. So we are going to be quiet so that you all can hear that.
In a dream I can see you are not far away. Anytime, any place, I can see your face. You are that special one that I've been waiting for, and I hope you're looking for someone like me. In my dreams, I can hear you calling me in the night. Everything's so sweet in your eyes. I feel there's so much inside. In the night's dream delight, I want to see you standing there. In the night's dream delight, I found someone who really cares. In the night's dream delight, I want to see you smile again. In the night's dream delight, you are the one I've waited for. In a dream we can do everything we want to. There's nowhere I'd rather be but here with you. The stars above light the way only for you and I'm so glad I found the one I've been looking for. Keep the dream of the one you're hoping for. Love can come through an open door. Just be strong and you're sure to find the one. In the night's dream delight, I want to see you standing there in the night's dream delight. I found someone who really cares. In the night's dream delight, I want to see you smile again. In the night's dream delight, you are the one I waited for.
All right. Thank you so much for Richie for singing that. We got some donations, which we will have Volk be reading here in a sec, as soon as he unmutes his microphone.
All right, I am here.
Ah.
All right, we did get a small cluster of donations here. So first of all, we have $1 from... Hold on, I want to make sure I do this correctly. Pardon me, hot, sexy mama. Would you care to look at my sturdy bod? Then I may have the pleasure of you being my #1 main squeeze. That was from Johnny Bravo. Not towards anybody, so that was just a $1 donation to make me do a Johnny Bravo impression, apparently. So
Okay.
there you go.
Sure.
Hopefully it was adequate. Might help you make another donation, perhaps. But you know what? I threw it in there for you, so hopefully you enjoyed. We have a $10 donation just saying, one last push for Sonic. Then we had $58 from Goldstorm to say, put Mighty back where he belongs. Then we had $25 to say, I enjoy punishing people. Another bump for Sonic from Deimos as always. And then we had $12 saying, one more for Mighty. So I may need to do some quick maths here. Hold on.
Yes, do the math. We need to know. We need to know for sure.
We need to know for sure. Are we going to be closing it off now, or are we closing it when we have Mania actually start?
Well, let's get this total going, and then I think as soon as Mania starts and Tom and them are ready, we will. But for now, let's get the total up for now.
Okay.
This is going to be close.
See. So it's another $35 for Sonic for a start. So 581 plus 35. I did do that correctly, I believe. Yes, I did. So Sonic is now at $616.89. And as for Mighty, well, it's a little bit more substantial, so this might help him overtake. Let me see here. Mighty has 58 and then a 12. So that's $70 to go towards Mighty. 552 plus 70.
Apparently there was a new donation also. You should add that one also.
Yep, I'm keeping on top of it. So $622. And providing there is another donation, I assume it's probably for Sonic. Yep, Sonic again, $25. So that'll be 16 plus 25 is...
I can't believe you've done this.
Oh no, I can't believe you've done this. All right, so Mighty at the moment is sitting at $622. Sonic is still up ahead, however, with $641. So that is that. So thank you very much for that small cluster of, well, I'd say small. It was like over $100. I think that's
been a
little more than small. Yeah, so that puts our total raised now at $3,649. So thank you very, very much for your very generous donations. As always, it is appreciated. And I think we are just about done here, correct?
Yes. So we will be signing off. Just letting you know, the next time we'll be playing will be tomorrow with Amazing Island. So you'll see that. There was apparently another new donation. You got to read it.
Okay, although, let's see. Another $30. It just says Mighty. So another $30 for Mighty, which puts him at $652, which now puts him ahead by $10. Well, more like $10.11.
Okay. So I will be signing off here, and we're going to be moving on to Tom now. And Deimos has also said take $20 off Sonic. I've had my laugh. So that said, I think Mighty is now the winner.
What, did you say to take $20 off?
Yes.
Okay.
He says, nah, no taking it off now. Okay, leave it. But now that Mighty's winning, he says, don't take it off. Okay. But
okay.
He's fine with Mighty winning. So we'll see you all in a bit. We're going offline, and then it will be Tom with Sonic Mania Plus. So we'll see you then.
Ciao for now.